Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Grizzly Den. We've got a great matchup for you today. I'll be bringing you all the action here. My name is Vince Byrne, alongside my partner.
I'm Carson Shea. Vince, I'm so glad to be back here today. I'm looking forward to this big matchup here in the Grizzly Den.
Yeah, your Thunder Ridge Grizzlies will be squaring off against the Doherty Spartans. It's going to be a tough game today. Doherty currently ranked 19th in the state of Colorado for 5A, 8-1 overall. Grizzlies coming in at 4-5 overall.
Yeah, Vince, Doherty has a really good record. They're 8-1 and they're 7-0 in their league. Thunder Ridge has a tough matchup here today, but I think it's still going to be a good game. Thunder Ridge has home court advantage, and I think it's going to be a good one in the Grizzly Den.
It for sure will be a good one. Like you said, home court advantage here.
Although there's not as many fans as there usually would be, I still think there's always a bit of an advantage in the Grizzly Den.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Being able to play on your home court is always a big bit of help.
Just a familiar setting. You get to practice here every day. You get to play here.
Looking forward to this matchup. Right now, we're going to announce the lineups for Doherty. The lineup for Doherty: Tay Bigelow, Mackenzie Knoll, Serenity Burnett, Bria Henriquez, Camille Hart, Taryn Lindsay, Brooke Mansorenes, Tava Phillips, Gabby Boperthe, Peyton Stirk, Mackenzie Nelson, and Aaron Capel.
And they come out for the tip-off. It looks like number 24, Gabby Boperthe, will be taking the tip for Doherty. For Thunder Ridge, Regan Keeter is getting ready to take the tip.
Looks like the ref bringing in both teams.
Talking to them, giving them a little pre-game speech.
Oh, they're talking about the masks, it sounds like. Making sure that they wear their masks. It's a big help, especially during the times with COVID. It's important to wear your mask, especially while you're playing.
Definitely. And here comes the tip. Ball bounces off the referee's foot. And here we go. Tip goes up and bounces around, and that is grabbed by Tay Bigelow of Doherty, but it bounced away, grabbed by Angel McCloskey. McCloskey dribbling down to the far side, takes it back up top, looking to get a pass. Passes it to A.D. Baker, passes it to Regan Keeter down low, and lays it in. Quick 2 points for the Grizzlies. Bigelow. Pass is tipped and stolen by Alexis Baker. Shot goes up, no good. Rebounded by Peyton Stirk, who passes it down the court to Boperthe. Puts a shot up. That is blocked and grabbed by Keeter.
Good defense so far by the Grizzlies. That's 3 forced turnovers already. Not even a minute into the game.
Not even a minute into the game, exactly. 7:20 left in the first quarter. Pass goes to Baker. Over to Keeter. And she lays it in, an easy layup. And the Grizzlies take a 4-0 lead. Pass goes up to Stirk. Across the court to Knoll. Down low. Shot goes up. Boperthe makes it. 4-2.
That's a good play design there by the Spartans, able to get down low with a wide open layup.
Keeter passes to Baker. Bounce pass to Baker down low. Takes a dribble. Shot goes up. No good. Grabbed by Bigelow. Bigelow's taking down the court. Passes it to Stirk. Stirk driving in. Oh, and a charge called. That's Angel McCloskey taking the charge for the Grizzlies. So a turnover here. Scores 4-2. 6:36 in the first quarter.
Way to take one by the team there for Angel McCloskey. She just got her feet set, able to take that, puts the possession back into the Grizzlies' hands.
That's being a team player right there. Baker passes it to Keeter. Jump shot. Bounces out. Ball bouncing around. Grabbed by Brooke Mansorenes. Mansorenes takes it down. Passes it over to Bigelow on the side. She drives in. Back up top to Stirk. No good. Ball grabbed by Stirk. Jump shot. no good. Into the hands of Keeter, passes it to McCloskey. Foul called as she was fighting for the ball. Foul on Doherty. That is their second foul of the game. As Kira Kaiser-Cochran subs in for Thunder Ridge.
That was a good offensive rebound there by the Spartans. They just couldn't capitalize, leading to the foul.
McCloskey drives in, passes, ball is tipped, and foul called on A.D. Baker. She was going for the ball. So Doherty gets to inbound it here. Mackenzie Knoll sets to pass it in. Gets the pass into Biglow. Over to Stirk. Across the court to Manzanares. Passes down low. Back up top to Knoll. Manzanares on the side for three. Bounces up and out. Grabbed by Kaiser-Cochran. Passes it over to Baker. Baker takes it down the court. Pass intended for Keeter. Goes out of bounds.
A little bit too far out there for Regan Keeter. She had a chance, had a layup. Passes just a bit too far.
Inbound to Biglow. Takes it across half court, crossover. Spins around, bounce pass to Knoll. Knoll across the court. Back to Knoll. Over to Stirk. Stirk dribbling. Getting double teamed. Bounce pass to Boperthy. Puts up a shot. No good. Grabbed by Baker. Baker takes it down the court. Stops. Passes it to McCloskey. Passes it over to Winton, who checked in for Thunder Ridge. Back up top to Baker. Over to down low to Kaiser-Cochran. To McCloskey on the side. And out of bounds.
Rebounded by us.
Ball came bouncing over to our table. And Carson made the grab. McCloskey looking to get an inbound. Gets one off to Baker. Baker takes it down the far side. Passes it to Kaiser-Cochran, but it is stolen by Boperthy. She's taking it down. Travel called. So Thunder Ridge gets the ball back. 4 minutes.
I was just about to mention, Vince, about Doherty. They have some pretty good ball handling. They're able to dribble around, have good crossovers right there. They just weren't able to do that. Get called for the travel.
Yep. So 4 minutes, 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Thunder Ridge leads 4-2. Rebecca Winton checked in to the game as Baker takes it down the near side, passes it to Kaiser-Cochran, dribbles in. Shot goes up, foul. And Kira Kaiser-Cochran will get 2 free throws. Shot is up, and that is a perfect swish. Thunder Ridge takes a 5-2 lead. Aaron Capel subs in for Doherty. Second shot is up, and that is also good. 6-2 is the score here. Thunder Ridge leads. Pass goes into Biglow. Biglow dribbling around up top. Passes it to Capel. Down low to Manzanares. Tries to lay it in and draws the foul.
Foul on Hallie Hanshed of the Grizzlies.
Second team foul for the Grizzlies of the half. Manzanares, first shot is up and good. 6-3 ball game. Regan Keeter subs back in for Thunder Ridge. Shot number 2 is up and bounces out, rebounded by Keeter, but is stolen by Knowles. Well, then pass is stolen by Issa Winton. She's going down the court. Layup, draws the foul on the fast break. So that's going to be 2 free throws for Issa Winton.
Mackenzie Knoll with the foul. It's always exciting watching fast breaks like that. You don't know what's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen. Winton's first shot is up and bounces out. Just over 4 minutes in the first quarter. Winton sets up for shot number 2. That is up and bounces out, rebounded by Manzanares. Pass down to Knoll. Knoll puts up a pass to Capel. Capel puts up a shot, no good. Ball pass out of the hands, grabbed by Knoll. And a foul called on a crazy sequence of events. And now Thunder Ridge will get the ball.
So an offensive foul called on the Spartans, going to give the ball back to the Grizzlies. Grizzlies playing good defense here today so far.
Yeah, definitely. Just 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. And they've only allowed 3 points so far. Score is 6-3. Thunder Ridge leads. There's a timeout called here.
Regan Keeter so far the leading scorer of this game with 4. She's scored 4 easy points to start the game. Looks like she was on fire a bit to start. Hopefully she can keep that up as the game continues.
Yeah, definitely. The Thunder Ridge just had a nice couple opening plays there. Got points up on the board early. And now they hold a 6-3 lead as they come back out to finish the last couple minutes of the first quarter. Score is 6-3. Thunder Ridge leads. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Inbound goes to Baker. He takes it down the far side of the court. Dribbling, ball is tipped out of bounds by Bigelow. Mackenzie Nelson subs in for Doherty. Inbound to Baker. Pass to Keeter. Over to Winton down low. She drives in. Pass to Baker. Layup is in. 8-3. Grizzlies lead. Bigelow passes it to Nelson, who passes it down low to Enriquez, who nails a three-pointer, making it a 2-point game. 8-6 is the score. Baker dribbles it past half court. Passes it to Keeter. Passes it to Baker down low. Shot goes up. Foul.
Foul called on Mackenzie Nelson. Gonna send 80 Baker to the free throw line.
Baker sets up for her first shot. Takes a couple dribbles. It is up and bounces out. Shot number 2 is up, and that is good. 9-6 Grizzlies. Inbound to Enriquez. She takes it, passes it to Nelson. Nelson to Knowles. Back to Enriquez. Over to Capel. Tries to get the pass over to Nelson. Back to Bigelow. Over to Enriquez. To Knoll on the side. Dribbles in. Across the court to Bigelow. That is over to Nelson. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Baker. Baker driving down. Bounce pass to Winton. Shot no good. Just bounced out. Rebounded by Enriquez. Passes it to Bigelow. She takes it up top. Gets a pass over to Nelson. Pass intended for Capel, tipped away, grabbed by the Grizzlies. Baker puts up a jump shot, rolls out, grabbed by Capel, pass to Enriquez. Passes it down to Knowles, out of bounds.
More good defense there by the Grizzlies, forcing a lot of turnovers here today.
Yeah, definitely. Just not letting Doherty have any good open passes. As they showed right there, as that pass was just a little wide and went out of bounds. So Thunder Ridge gets the ball. Angel McCloskey subbed back in for Thunder Ridge. She passes it into Baker. Baker passes it back to McCloskey, who dribbles it across half court. Takes it down the near side. Pass to Kaiser Cochran. Dribbles, bounce pass to Baker. Baker drives in.
Fade away.
And that is good. Nice shot there by Alexis Baker.
Look, that was a pretty sweet fadeaway.
And she did a nice pump fake there, draw the opponents off. Capel passes it over to Henriquez. Back up top to Capel, over to Bigelow. Down low to number 23, Phillips. Foul called. I believe that was called on Thunder Ridge. Some subs coming in for Thunder Ridge. Alexa Mackin and Rebecca Winton back in the game. Inbound goes over to the corner. That's Phillips. Almost stolen by McCloskey.
Great defense again by the Grizzlies.
Able to pass it away to Henriquez. She gets a screen, passes it over to Nelson. And out of bounds on Doherty. Grizzlies with the ball here.
Grizzlies are playing, I know I've mentioned it like 3 times already, Vince, but this defense is great, especially against a team that scores 60 points a game.
Yeah, they're definitely playing some good defense here. I'm sure they've been practicing that all week, knowing their opponent. Ball is tipped out of bounds by Tay Bigelow. Thunder Ridge gets to inbound it here. Alexis Baker subbing in for Mackin. Inbound goes into McCloskey, passes it to Kaiser Cochran, turns around, puts up a shot, no good. Ball bouncing around and out of bounds on Doherty. Or no, they're calling it on Thunder Ridge.
Ball's going to go back to Doherty.
45.9 seconds left in the first quarter. Thunder Ridge holds an 11-6 lead. As Bigelow crosses half court, dribbles, passes it to Henriquez. Back to Bigelow, almost stolen by Winton, back to Henriquez. Tipped away by Kaiser Cochran, but grabbed by Henriquez and passed quickly back to Bigelow. Over in the corner, back to Bigelow. Capel to Nelson, out of bounds. A.D. Baker subs in for Thunder Ridge. Ball was tipped out by Thunder Ridge, so Doherty to inbound. Timeout is called by Doherty. So with 20 seconds left, Doherty in the first quarter, Doherty takes a timeout to set up a play here.
So Doherty averages more points, rebounds, assists, and steals per game than Thunder Ridge, but right now it looks like Thunder Ridge is outperforming them in all of those categories, which is great for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, so far it's the start you wanted. That's the way you want to start the first quarter, getting a couple quick early points on the board and being able to maintain that lead through the first quarter. Score is currently 11-6, 20 seconds left in the first quarter as the teams come back out to finish off those last couple seconds. Bigelow to inbound it for Doherty. Gets the pass over to Phillips in the corner. Phillips for 3, bounces out. And ball bounces around and is grabbed by Winton. Winton dribbles it across half court, passes it to Winton down low, puts up a shot. Oh, what a save by Winton. And now a travel is called. But what an effort by Rebecca Winton, diving out of bounds and able to save that.
No doubt, Vince. That was great effort there by Rebecca Winton. Although it led to a turnover, it's still an amazing effort.
And a last-second shot put up by Doherty bounces out. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Thunder Ridge leads 11-6. Carson, what did you make of that first quarter?
Well, you know, for both teams, I'll start with Thunder Ridge. I think Thunder Ridge played great on both sides of the ball. They have the lead, and they only held a high-scoring Doherty team to 6 points. So that's great for the offense and the defense of the Thunder Ridge. And for Doherty, I think Doherty played good. I think that they had some open looks. They just weren't able to put the shots in that they wanted to, and I think that they got to limit the turnovers that they're having right now.
Yeah, definitely. I want to point out a stat here that you mentioned that it was impressive that Thunder Ridge held Doherty to 6 points. Doherty averages 15 points in the first quarter, and Thunder Ridge held them to less than half of that, which is very impressive.
That's extremely impressive. Thunderidge, I think they've had some struggles with their defense throughout this year, but right now they're looking great. And
Yeah,
I think that's
like
something that we got to acknowledge.
Definitely. It looks like something they've been working to improve on. And it's showing here in the first quarter.
The leading scorer of that first quarter, Regan Keeter with 4. She had some nice shots to start off the quarter. And she's back in the game now, so maybe the Grizzlies will continue to keep the scoring up.
Well, they will get the ball first. Inbound goes to Baker. Passes it to Baker. Passes it to Winton. Winton for 3. No good. Rebounded by Baker, and she puts up the layup. 2 points. 13-6. Thunderidge leads. Pass down low. Back up top to Bigelow. Over to Sturk. Sturk for 3. That is good. She nails the 3-pointer. Makes it a 13-9 game. Baker passes it to Keeter. Pass intended for Baker, rolls out of bounds.
Rebounded by Vince. That's the second time this game we've gotten a rebound. They better put that in the stat book.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sturk takes it across half court, hands it off to Knoll, passes it over to Mansonaris, passes it to number 2, Burnett. Passes stolen by Thunderidge. Winton, layup.
Oh, great move.
Yeah, nice little hesitation there. And Issa Winton scores 2 points. 15-9 is the score. Peyton Sturk hands it off to Knoll, passes it to Mansonaris. Over to Bo Perthy, back to Sturk. Foul called. That is called on Thunderidge as Angel McCloskey checks back into the game. Inbound. Goes into Sturk on the far side. Puts up a jump shot. That is good. 15-11. McCloskey takes it across half court. Passes it up to Baker. Baker passes it out. Back to Baker. Hand shit back to Baker. Trying to drive in. Puts up a shot. And that rolls in. Just rolls in.
Perfect roll.
17-11 game. 6 minutes and 11 seconds left in the half.
Stolen again by the Grizzlies.
Baker dribbling it across half court. Passes it to Keeter. Over to Hanshit in the corner for 3. Bounces up and out. Rebounded by Serenity Burnett, who passes it over to Knoll. Hands it off to Bo Perthy, back to Knoll. Knoll trying to drive in, and that is stolen again.
Alexis Baker with another steal.
And the passes it to A.D. Baker, down the court to Alexis Baker. Nice move. Layup, no good. Rebounded by Regan Keeter. Keeter puts up a shot, and that is good. 19-11 game. Good sequence there with the Grizzlies able to capitalize on that steal. Sturk passes it, and that is another
third
steal.
Third steal in a row by Alexis Baker.
She takes it up top. Passes it to A.D. Baker, who dribbles, drives in, out to Hanshit for 3. No good. And, but the ball is tipped out of bounds by Gabby Boperthy.
Both players on the Doherty team went for that ball, accidentally knocking it out. It's going to stay with the Grizzlies now.
Timeout called by Thunderidge. 4 minutes, 58 seconds left in the half, and the Grizzlies are currently holding on to a 19-11 lead.
Alexis Baker with a great performance in the second quarter. She already has 3 steals.
3 steals right in a row. And the Grizzlies able to capitalize on those, put up some points.
What do you think Doherty's talking about right now?
I mean, I think they just need to work on limiting steals, making better passes. And I think that's probably what they were discussing. as that was the last little sequence there was when Thunder Ridge got a bunch of steals. And now Thunder Ridge will get the ball again. Kira Kaiser Cochran to inbound it. Gets it over to Alexis Baker. Bounce pass back to Kaiser Cochran. Across the court. Pass meant for Alexa Mack and just a little too high and rolls out of bounds. Inbound to Peyton Sturck. Sturck trying to pass it to Knowles. Knowles wasn't looking and it rolls out of bounds. Another turnover for Thunder Ridge.
I think the Grizzlies have to be in double digits for forced turnovers now. They're playing
Definitely,
great defense.
They are. They're being very aggressive on defense and going for balls, and they've been able to have some success with that. As McCloskey takes it across half court, passes it to Baker. Baker dribbles, calling for a play, gets a pass over to Winton. Winton trying to drive in, puts up a shot and draws a foul.
I was hoping that one would have had a crazy roll and went in. That would have been a sweet shot. That would have
been a very impressive shot. But she's going to get 2 free throws. That is the 7th foul on Doherty, which will put Thunder Ridge into the bonus for the rest of this half. First shot by Winton is up and good. 20-11 is the score here. A.D. Baker subs in for Thunder Ridge. Winton sets up for shot number 2. That is up and in. Grizzlies now have a 10-point lead. 21-11 is the score here. 4 minutes and 28 seconds left in the half. Bigelow passes it down low. Nelson lays it in, making it a 21-13 game. Baker takes it back across half court. Over to Kaiser Cochran. Down to Baker. She bounce pass, shot, and that is good. The Grizzlies answer right back with another layup, 23-13.
Double-digit lead now for the Grizzlies.
Phillips putting up a shot, no good. Grabbed by Kaiser Cochran, hands it off to McCloskey, who takes it across half court, passes it to Baker. Baker to Kaiser Cochran. Jump shot, bounces up and out. Grabbed by Knoll. Knoll driving, passes it to down low. Up top to Nelson, and she nails a three-pointer, making it a 23-16 game. McCloskey passes it to Baker. Over to Baker on the right side. Drives in, trying to get a shot. And that goes out of bounds on Baker. Doherty gets the ball here.
Vince, have you noticed that every single play designed by Thunder Ridge so far has involved Angel McCloskey and A.D. Baker? It looks like they're two of the most prominent players running this offense. It always goes up to the top of the key, and then she passes it down low to A.D. Baker to set up the play.
Yeah, it looks like that's how they designed their offense based on those two players. And so far it's been successful as they holding on to a 23-16 lead with just about 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the half. As they come back out after that timeout.
Another thing to point out, Doherty has made 3 three-pointers so far this game. While Thunder Ridge hasn't made a single one, but they still have a pretty big lead.
Yeah, I think Thunder Ridge's strength is definitely in their making layups and getting into the paint and making shots. As Bigelow dribbles to the right and passes it to Mansonaris. Back to Bigelow. She drives in. Jump shot. Up. No good. Rebounded by A.D. Baker. She's driving down the court. Crossover. Tries to get a pass. And that is grabbed by Mansonaris. Takes it down the court. Passes it to Bigelow. Bigelow driving in. Out to Mansonaris. Over to Beauperthy for 3. No good. Rebounded by McCloskey. McCloskey taking her time, getting it across half court. Passes it to Baker. Ball is tipped away. A push called on number 24, Gabby Beauperthy. That is the 8th foul of the game for Doherty. So that Thunder Ridge is in the bonus, and A.D. Baker will get a 1-for-1 free throw attempt. Baker gets set, takes a couple dribbles, shot is up, and bounces out.
It looks like there's a lane violation by Doherty, so she's going to have another shot at this 1-and-1.
It's a nice opportunity for Thunder Ridge. After Baker missed that first free throw, she'll get another one here. Bria Enriquez subs in for Doherty. Baker puts up the shot. That one bounces out. Grabbed by Nelson, who passes it to Bigelow. Bigelow passes it to Knoll. Back to Bigelow. Over to Enriquez. Back to Bigelow. Over to Nelson. Nelson puts up a jump shot. No good. Bouncing around. Grabbed by Baker. But stolen by Knoll.
Good defense there by Knoll. Able to catch up and just knock that right out of A.D. Baker's hands.
Bigelow puts up a long three and makes it. 23-19 is now the score.
The Spartans are going on a little bit of a run here. Thunder Ridge needs to make a basket.
And a travel called as on Hallie Hanship as she was trying to drive down.
Right now, you'd think that you're playing in Doherty's home court advantage based off their parent section going crazy right now.
Yeah, they're definitely getting into it. You can really hear them bringing some energy to this game.
It's nice to hear some energy no matter what team it's coming from.
Oh, definitely.
Especially right now when there's limited fans, it's always nice to hear an arena cheering like that.
Yeah, for sure. So with 1 minute and 44 seconds left, Thunder Ridge leads 23-19.
Still got a lead. Grizzlies hoping to have a lead going into halftime. They're only up 4 right now. Just under 2 minutes left, so hopefully they're able to do that.
Yeah, having the lead at halftime is definitely a big momentum thing for coming out of halftime. It just gives you confidence when you're in the locker room knowing you have a good lead.
Similar to Doherty right now, they're trying to continue this run going into halftime. That'll boost their confidence going into the second half as well. So Grizzlies are trying to stop that run that they're having right now.
The last couple minutes of the half are often some of the most important as they can affect the outcome of the second half. Bigelow passes it to Knoll, back to Bigelow, over to Enriquez. Dribbles, passes it over to Bigelow. Pass over, grabbed by Keeter, passes it to Baker.
Another steal by the Grizzlies.
Baker dribbles across half court, gets a pass over to Hanship, who dribbles, passes it over to Baker, over to Keeter down low. Jump shot, rolls out. Rebounded by Nelson, who passes it to Enriquez. Oh, nice steal, almost stolen by Hallie Hanship, but she just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
It looked like she stole it at first, but it looked like the ball just barely hit the blue line, sending it out of bounds.
Inbound goes to Bigelow, passes it over to Enriquez, back to Bigelow. Over to Knoll, back to Bigelow, down to Nelson, over to Knoll, across the court to Enriquez, who puts up a three, bounces out, grabbed by Hanship, who passes it over to Baker.
48 seconds left in this first half. Grizzlies trying to score one or two more times.
Over to Hanship, down low to Keeter, dribbles, layup, that is good.
Keeter just makes it look too easy down in the paint. Easy spin move.
That makes it 25-19 with 30 seconds left in the half. Bigelow passes it over to Knoll. Across the court to Enriquez. Pass to Manzanares. Puts up a shot. Ball is bouncing around. Rebounded by Knoll. Dribbles out. Tries to put up a shot. And draws the foul. So 16.6 seconds left. And Mackenzie Knoll will go to the free throw line. Grizzlies have a 25-19 lead. Knoll puts up her first shot. That bounces in.
Now it looks like the Grizzlies are going to have a chance at the last shot going into the second half.
Yeah, if they
hoping to boost their lead.
Yeah, especially if Noel makes this second free throw, it would make it a 4-point game, and she does. 25-21 is the score. Thunderidge looking to get the last shot here as Baker dribbles it across half court. 8 seconds. Passes it out to Winton. Gets a screen. She drives in. Shot goes up, and that is good. And that will bring us to the end of the first half. Last second shot by Issa Winton makes it 27-21. Thunderidge leads. Carson, what are your thoughts after the first half of action here?
Although the Doherty Spartans were able to make a little bit of a run in the last few minutes of the second quarter, I think the Grizzlies still did a good job. They still have a 6-point lead. That last shot by Issa Winton really helped them. I think that's going to help their confidence going into halftime.
Definitely, I agree. Well, don't go too far. We'll be back with the second half of action after this.
Welcome back to the Grizzly Den. So far, Thunder Ridge is up 27-21. And as we start the second half, this game is sponsored by Thunder Ridge Security. They protect our school every day. Shout out to them. Thank you for everything that they do. Well, Vince, what do you think the second half is going to look like?
I think it's going to be a good battle. Doherty is going to try and dig themselves out of this hole they're in, down 6 points to Thunder Ridge. And Thunder Ridge is just going to want to try to increase their lead here. So I think it's going to be a very intense second half.
Yeah, Vince, I'm hoping to look for a game that is a nail-biter towards the end, similar to the boys' Thunder Ridge Vista game, went into double overtime. I'd like to see something like that here today.
Those are always exciting to watch.
Especially buzzer beaters. If a team here today got a buzzer beater, I would go crazy.
Oh, definitely.
I don't think I've ever seen one in person at any sporting event, so I'd love to see something like that here in the Grizzly Den. We were mentioning it during the first half. The crowd they're pretty rowdy right now. Both fan sections are getting excited for their players, and that's always good to see when you can't have a full student section. It's nice to know that the parents are here cheering all their players on like that.
Yeah, it helps bring some energy to the games, which just makes it that much better.
Looks like the second half is about to start, but
Looks
the
like
ref's stopping it for a second.
I think they started the clock a little early, so they reset.
And here we go. Mackenzie Knoll into Bigelow. Bigelow crosses over, drives down the lane, gets a good pass over. Boperthe, it's up, no good, but she gets the foul called on her. That's going to send her to the free throw line. Boperthe now at the line.
First foul of the second half for Thunder Ridge.
First one, a perfect swoosh. Always a satisfying sound, no matter what team you're rooting for. Boperthe's second one is up, and that one falls in as well. Thunder Ridge leads 27-23. 10 seconds into the second half. Alexis Baker now. Trying to start the offense. Gets A.D. Baker with a screen. Passes it back up. Baker. Good pass over to McCloskey. Up to Mackin. Back over to Alexis Baker. Tipped away. Stolen, but her foot was on the line. Boperthe stole it. It was a great steal, but her foot was barely on the line, giving the ball back to the Grizzlies.
Lucky break for Thunder Ridge. I think if they hadn't been out of bounds, Doherty would have been able to get a fast break there.
A.D. Baker nearly stolen, but it goes back to McCloskey up top to Alexis Baker. Baker over to Mackin. Mackin to Keeter. Keeter jump shot. No good. Rebounded by Bigelow. Bigelow. She's going to drive, take it herself. Layup is up. No good. Rebounded by A.D. Baker. But now it's going to be stolen. Doherty with the steal. Boperthe back up top. Bigelow slowing the offense down a little bit. Passes it over back to Bigelow. Over to Knoll. Nearly stolen by Alexis Baker. Back over to Knoll. Knoll over to Mansoneris. Jump ball. It's going to be Grizzlies ball.
Good effort there by Baker. Went diving for the ball and is able to get Thunder Ridge the ball.
McCloskey into Alexis Baker. Baker crosses half court. Over to Mackin. Mackin over to McCloskey. Back up top. A.D. Baker at the top of the key. Good pass over to Mackin. Mackin for three. No good. Nearly rebounded by Keeter. Goes out of bounds on her, though. Ball's going to go back to Doherty. Doherty's down 4.
6:27 left in the third quarter.
Bigelow over to Stirk. Stirk back to Bigelow. Over to Boperthe. No good. Rebound by Doherty. Back up to Boperthe. Pump fake. Kicks it out. Knoll, she's going to drive, puts up a layup. That won't fall either. And it looked like it was almost a great play there by Doherty. Knoll tried to hit it off of Alexis Baker, but her foot was out of bounds when that happened, I think. Looks like that's what they're going to decide. Noel's foot must have been out of bounds when she knocked it off of Alexis Baker, but
Must
nearly
have
a
been.
great move.
Yeah, almost able to steal the ball back.
Alexis Baker, guarded closely by Noel. Over to Kaiser Cochran. Great pass down low to Keeter. Keeter can't get it to fall, gets her own rebound. Misses the second one too. Rebound to Sturk. Sturk, deep pass down the court. She was looking for Boperthy. Boperthy wasn't looking, so it's going to be a turnover again.
Another lucky break for Thunder Ridge. If Boperthy got that pass, she was wide open down low.
Alexis Baker, the point guard for the Grizzlies, passes it over to Issa Winton. Over to McCloskey. Kaiser Cochran trying to post up. McCloskey, great pass over to her. Reverse layup, can't get it to fall. Another fast break. Boperthy catches this one, gets the easy layup to roll in, just like you said on the last one. Pretty wide open. That one, they're able to get it to fall.
That one, she was able to grab the pass and make the shot. 27-25, it's now a 2-point game, just over 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Issa Winton, bad pass. It's going to be a jump ball, possession arrow. It's over to the Doherty Spartans. Great rebound there by our athletic director, Sean Patterson of Thunder Ridge. Mackenzie Knoll into Bigelow. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. 2-point lead for the Grizzlies. Knoll over to Sturk. Sturk drives in, puts up a shot. Foul's going to be called. That foul is on Regan Keeter.
Second foul of the second half for Thunder Ridge. No fouls on Doherty so far.
Sturk's free throw. Gets the bounce. 27-26 now. She has a chance to tie this up. This is for the tie if Boperthy makes this. And she gets it to fall. 27-27. And here come the Grizzlies. Winton over to Rebecca Winton. Rebecca Winton. Great drive past all the defenders of Doherty, able to put it in herself. Thunder takes the lead back. Shot is up. Vincent Harris misses, and now another jump ball. 3 jump balls this quarter, not even halfway through.
You can tell both teams, I mean, both teams want the ball. They're both diving for balls, grabbing them, and forcing a lot of jump balls.
Issa Winton crosses half court, crossover move. One of the best ball handlers for the Grizzlies. Over to Rebecca Winton, back to Issa Winton, back up top. Rebecca Winton back over to Issa Winton. 2-man game right now. Kaiser Cochran in the corner. Tries to pass it down low to A.D. Baker, but it's stolen by Boperthy. Now Knoll loses handle of it. That's going to be a turnover, stolen by Kaiser Cochran. Good pass. Rebecca Winton slows it down. She's just going to pull up. They left her wide open. Can't get it to fall. Great rebound by A.D. Baker. She puts a shot up. Won't go in. Tipped up by A.D. Baker. Now it's going to be taken away by Sturk. Good defense. Stolen by Issa Winton. A.D. Baker back over to Winton. Winton slows it down. Over to Hanchett. To Rebecca Winton for 3. That one just a bit too short. Sturk for the Spartans. Down 2. Pump fake. Spin move. Loses control of the ball. Another turnover now for the Spartans.
And that is the first, I guess, stop of the clock here in a little while. There's a lot of back and forth action there, and now a timeout called. But, I mean, both teams were going up and down the court several times. It was really exciting to watch.
It was exciting to watch. It's always fun to watch the fast-paced action, which is why a lot of people love playing and watching basketball. It's just a lot of action nonstop.
Definitely. And you saw that there. Score is 29-27. Thunder Ridge leads. 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the third quarter.
No fouls so far on Doherty. Looks like they improved that since the first half. The first half, They had double the amount of fouls Thunder Ridge had, but right now Thunder Ridge has 2, Doherty has 0.
And last half, Doherty had, I believe, 8 fouls, which gave Thunder Ridge the bonus.
Rebecca Winton back over to Alexis Baker. Good defense by Bigelow. Mackin over to Hallie Hanchett. Tries to pass it down to Regan Keeter. Gets taken away, but then a foul is going to be called. That foul is going to be on Henriquez.
First foul of the second half for Doherty.
Right after we talked about it, too. Inbound play now, trying to get the ball in. Alexis Baker finally finds Regan Keeter. Mackin for 3, no good. Ball is going to be back to the Spartans now. Looks like there's some confusion by the Spartans. Stark back over to Bigelow. Bigelow over to Stirk. Stirk trying to find something. Back to Bigelow. Bigelow up top. Stirk again. Over to Nelson. Nelson pulls up. Oh, in and out. Lucky bounce there for the Grizzlies. Winton over to McCloskey. McCloskey, good pass to Keeter. Keeter shot tipped. Good rebound though. Hanchett back. McCloskey to Baker. Baker with the drive.
Oh, nice move.
Threads through the defenders.
That was a great move there by Alexis Baker. She gets 2 points. 31-27.
Stirk to Henriquez, back to Bigelow. Bigelow to Nelson. Nelson back to Stirk. Stirk for 3. She's got it.
Stirk with 5 points in the second half so far after that three-pointer.
I believe that's the second three-pointer that Stirk has hit this game. Might be the best shooter on the court right now for either team.
Yeah, she made a three-pointer in the second quarter as well.
So Thunder Ridge has a 1-point lead now. Well, Vince, it looks like this game could come down to the wire as we were hoping. It's a 1-point game, just under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. So the fourth quarter, I think, is going to be an exciting one.
I agree. I mean, like we talked about, we thought this was going to be an intense second half, and so far it has been. We saw that with a couple of jump balls. Both teams really fighting for rebounds, trying to keep the ball on their side.
There's been a couple ties, but no lead changes. Thunder Ridge has either had the lead or a tie this entire game, so the Spartans are trying to change that and give themselves their first lead. Now they're only down by 1. Issa Winton drives past all the defenders, can't get it to fall. It's going to be out on the Spartans, though. It's going to stay with the Grizzlies. 1:34 left in the third quarter. And here we go, McCloskey setting up the play. Over to Kaiser Cochran behind the arc. 80 Baker now. Spin move. Pulls up and can't get it to fall. All right, here we go. Stirk. Stirk slows the offense down. Passes it down low. Waperthy. Foul called. Alexis Baker didn't like the call. Looks like they're going to call a reach, though.
He's just trying to steal it there and just reached third foul of the second half for Thunder Ridge.
Wide open. Can't get it to go in. That was Nelson. Rebound was in and out. Alexis Baker passes it up top. McCloskey over to Winton. Winton back to 80 Baker. Just under a minute left. Pass is a bit too short. Fastball, though, it's going to be out on the Grizzlies. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Bigelow passes it over. Stirk. Stirk back to Bigelow. Bigelow over to Henriquez. Down low to Waperthy. Waperthy puts it up and in. First lead of the game for the Spartans.
32-31, 35 seconds left.
Will Perthy with a nice shot there. But now the Grizzlies are trying to match that. McCloskey setting up the offense. 80 Baker over to Kaiser Cochran. Kaiser Cochran, perfect swoosh. First points of the game for her. That's good for the Grizzlies. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Spartans maybe looking to take the last shot going into this fourth quarter. Henriquez over to Nelson. Nelson's going to pull up. No good. Rebound by Perthy. Foul's called. Well, Perthy's going to go to the free throw line. Down by 1.
2.6 seconds left on the clock. But Perthy has already made 2 free throws in this quarter, in the start of the quarter.
She misses the first one. The commentator jinx is real. Substitutions now for the Grizzlies and for the Spartans. It looks like the rest of this game could be back and forth. It's a 1-point game right now. There could be a lot of lead changes going into the fourth quarter. But Perthy's second shot up and perfect swoosh. 2.6 seconds left. They're going to have to make a half-court shot or something for the Grizzlies. Kaiser Cochran into Alexis Baker. Baker's going to drive. She's going to put up the shot. Oh, it's on target, just a bit too short.
Yeah, not enough, not quite enough on it to get it up there.
I'm not going to lie, Vince. I thought that might be going in from our angle. It looked like it.
From our angle, it looked really good, just not quite high enough. And going into the fourth quarter, we have a tie game, 33-33.
That's crazy. I'm excited to see how this plays out.
I mean, it's cliche, but I know coaches like to say it's a 0-0 game now in this last quarter.
That's true. I mean,
it basically is.
Yeah, it's very true.
This last quarter of play is basically just a new game for both teams. Both teams are going to be setting up game plans to try and win this last quarter, as that's what it's going to come down to. I mean, great effort there by Doherty in that third quarter. They really came out firing.
So far, 3 lead changes and 2 ties in this game. Those lead changes and ties all came in the third quarter. It looks like this game is going to come down to the wire now. All of you watching at home, I hope that you're excited for this fourth quarter in the Grizzly Den. You don't want to miss this epic finish and the Grizzlies-Spartans game. Bigelow. Burnett. Burnett catches it over to Knoll. Knoll back to Bigelow. Over to Nelson. Nelson at the top of the key. It's going to be taken away by the Grizzlies. Issa Winton. Winton now. Over to Alexis Baker. Nearly stolen. Good defense by Bigelow. Over to Hanchett. Hanchett to Regan Keeter. Issa Winton. Fakes. Trying to get around the defenders. Kaiser Cochran for 3. Got it!
She nails
Ice
it.
in her veins. Kaiser Cochran.
The 3-pointer.
3-point lead now.
Great shot there by Kaiser Cochran.
A 3 of her own. Not going to fall. Good defense, though. Capel going to go to the free-point line.
That's their 5th as a team. Spartans
5th foul of the team for the Thunder Ridge of the second half.
2 free throw opportunities now for Erin Capel. First shot's up and in. I believe those were the first points of the game for her.
First points. Yep, that's correct.
36-34 lead now for the Grizzlies. 7 minutes and 5 seconds left in the game. Second shot by Capel is up and in as well. 36-35 lead now for the Grizzlies. Here comes Rebecca Winton. Winton hesitation move. It's not going to work. Bigelow's a great defender. Issa Winton's going to pull up, though. Too much strength on that one. Rebound goes to Knoll. Knoll, fast-paced action, wide open. Capel, hook shot, got it. 4 straight points for Erin Capel. just recently checked into the game, and now she's just
You just
scoring
gave
all
Doherty
over.
the-
Issa Winton in the trap. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Grizzlies, though. There's only like 4 seconds left before they can cross half court now. I don't believe that it resets, so the Grizzlies are going to have to do it fast. We're wide open, 80 Baker. Baker looks like she's just going to take it herself. She does. Can't get it to fall. Gets her own rebound. Now a foul is called. Vince, you know, I think one underrated part of basketball is offensive rebounds. Rebounding in
Definitely.
general, people talking about, but I think offensive rebounds are key. They give you another opportunity.
Definitely. And sometimes, you know, those offensive rebounds in a game like this might determine the outcome of the game. If you can get a rebound and get another opportunity to put a shot up, or whether you give your opponent an opportunity.
80 Baker missed the first, down by 1. Second one won't fall, but an offensive rebound. Hanchett over to Baker. Baker passes it over. Rebecca Winton puts it up. Can't get it to fall. Another offensive rebound, just like we talked about. A lot of opportunities here for the Grizzlies.
Exactly. Especially in a close game like this. I mean, Thunder is only down by 1. You want all those opportunities you can get.
Alexa Mackin. Mackin spins around. Down in the paint. 80 Baker back to Hanchett. Hanchett, no good. It hit the top of the backboard, meaning an automatic turnover. Just under 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Doherty leads by 1, and they have the ball. Are you prepared for this finish, Vince?
I don't know. It looks like it's going to be nerve-wracking.
Here comes Bigelow. Over to Knoll, back to Bigelow. Burnett. Burnett, back to Bigelow. Nelson. Over to Knoll. Knoll, good pass. Not a 3, but a 2. No good for Burnett. Out of bounds off the Grizzlies. 5.5 minutes left. It's going to stay with the Spartans. Setting up the inbound play now. Passes it back, Knoll. Knoll over to Nelson. Nelson jump shot is in. 3-point lead now for the Doherty Spartans. Alexis Baker over to Kaiser Cochran. 80 Baker. It's going to be a foul called now. Third foul of the half now for Doherty.
And you can tell now the intensity is really starting to come out. You can feel it in the atmosphere here in the Grizzly Den.
All right, here we go. Some substitutions coming in. Vincenteris is going to check in. Alexis Baker down by 3 for the Grizzlies. Finds Kaiser Cochran. Hook shot, no good. Rebound comes down to the Spartans. They're going to slow it down. Knoll up to Bigelow. Back to Knoll. Knoll back to Bigelow. Bigelow looks. Passes it over to Manzanares. Nelson. Almost stolen. Jump shot is up and no good by Manzanares. Keeter gets the rebound. Over to Alexis Baker. Down 3. 4:40 left in the game. Passes it just a bit too far for Kaiser Cochran. It's going to be back with the Spartans.
Spartans able to get another turnover here, leading by 3 with 4:37 left in the game.
Here comes Tay Bigelow. They'll go over to Knoll. Back to Bigelow. Over to Manzanares. Back to Bigelow. Passing it back and forth, trying to run some of this clock off. Grizzlies are going to need to get a stop here and go make a basket. Knoll back to Manzanares. They're just running this clock off. They've already ran about 30 seconds off. Manzanares knocked out of bounds by Keeter. 4:06 left in the game. Still a 3-point lead for the Spartans.
I think now that they have the lead, like you said, they're just trying to run time off the clock. They're not in any rush to put more points on the board. They're just trying to keep the Grizzlies from tying it.
Yeah, it looks like they're not in a big time rush to score right now as they're up by 3. Nearly stolen. Knoll has the ball now. Almost taken away again. Capel, or Nelson. Nelson gets fouled. 3:54 left. She's going to go to the free throw line.
You got to be careful of fouling here when you're getting this close to the end of the game and you're behind. You don't want to let them increase their lead by much more.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies are going to try to figure out what they need to do. Currently, they're down 3, but they might be down by 5 after these free throws. Just under 4 minutes left. They're going to need to come back now, just like Doherty has done this whole game.
Yeah,
Doherty's had a couple of good comebacks. They've had some big surges, and now the Grizzlies are going to need to make one of their own.
Definitely. And I mean, with these free throws, Doherty has an opportunity to make it a 2-possession game, which the Grizzlies don't want. They want to be able to tie it as soon as possible.
Timeout's over now. Nelson's going to be at the free throw line. These are clutch free throws. This would give the Spartans a 2-possession lead. Gets the bounce. Now it's a 4-point lead. Nelson has another free throw now.
Thunderidge fans trying to distract Nelson.
It worked that time. I don't even know what they're saying, but Grizzlies ball, down by 4. Looked like the distraction worked on the second free throw. It was even distracting us, Vince.
Yeah, I just heard a noise coming, and it's something we're not as used to this year with less fans.
That's one thing I missed, but I'm glad someone was doing it there. Alexis Baker. Baker over to 80 Baker, down by 4. Good pass over to Kaiser Cochran. Grizzlies need a bucket here. Keeter can't get it to fall. 3.5 minutes left now. Bigelow gonna slow it down. Trying to run off some clock again, it looks like. Knoll back to Bigelow. Bigelow back to Knoll again. Good defense. Almost taken away, but a foul is going to be called now on Alexis Baker. And 1-and-1 opportunity now. That foul on Baker is going to send Doherty into the bonus.
And the bonus here might be crucial in this game, giving Doherty an opportunity to score more points.
Capel, free throw, perfect swoosh. She's not fazed by the distraction at all. Second free throw is in as well.
6 points in the fourth quarter for Capel. I believe she made a couple free throws earlier in the quarter as well.
And 6-point lead now, Doherty. Grizzlies need a big comeback now. 6 points doesn't sound like a lot, but when there's just over 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, it's a pretty big lead.
Yeah, definitely.
Issa Winton, good pass over to Baker. Baker drives, no good, but she gets the foul drawn. She's gonna have 2 free throws. An and one there would have been sweet.
Definitely.
The Grizzlies are gonna have to settle though.
Yeah.
Alexis Baker, first free throw. Bounces off, no good. Hanchett coming in for Kaiser Cochran. All right, here we go. 2:59 left, 6-point lead. Alexis Baker can't make the second either. 2 clutch free throws missed by the Grizzlies. Biglow. Pass it over Stirk. Back to Biglow. Grizzlies are going to want to steal or something.
And they get one.
They get one. Issa Winton looks behind her. Good awareness by Issa Winton. Pass it over to Hanchett. Hanchett back to 80 Baker. Baker spin move. Puts up a floater. Gets it to fall. 38-42 now. Doherty still leads by 4. Knoll. They're looking for another turnover. Stirk passes it back. And it looks like a foul is called on Issa Winton.
With the bonus, that will give Stirk 1-for-1 free throw opportunity.
The fans are going to need to get loud. Makes the first one. 5-point lead now. The Grizzlies are trying to slowly take off this deficit, but if she makes both of these, it's just going to cancel out.
Yep. Grizzly fans getting noisy. You hear them stomping on the bleachers trying to distract Stirk.
And it works. Rebound 80 Baker. 2:07 left. They're going to want to score quickly now. Alexis Baker for 3. No good. Keeter, good offensive rebound. Puts it up herself. Foul called.
Good work by Keeter to get the foul called. Give herself an opportunity to score here. 1:58 left in the game. Doherty leads 43-38.
These are big free throws now. She makes both. The first one's up. No good. Grizzlies trying to make it a one-possession game. Unable to do so, though, as Keeter misses the first. 1:58 left in the game, down by 5. Keeter gets the bounce on the second. 4-point lead now. The Grizzlies defense needs to clutch up here just like they did in the first half. Although a foul was called, it stops the clock quickly and it's still a 1-and-1 opportunity. This is going to send Stirk back to the free throw line. Made one the last time. There's a big 1-and-1 now.
Doherty with an opportunity to widen the lead even more. 43-39 is the score.
Misses it. That goes off of Boperthy's leg. It's going to be Grizzlies ball. 1:52 left. That is so clutch for the Grizzlies. Any more fouls will put Doherty in the double bonus now, but at least there, she missed the first one, giving the Grizzlies the ball back, down 4. Just under 2 minutes to go. Alexis Baker. It's going to be stolen. Boperthy going to have a wide open layup. Oh, but it's blocked. Blocked by Winton.
But a foul called.
I can't believe that was a foul. I thought that was a clean block.
I just heard the ball. Referee saw otherwise.
It's okay though. Double bonus now for Doherty. That's an unfortunate turnover for the Grizzlies.
Definitely.
Big free throws now. Boperthy. A lot of stomping by the Grizzlies. First one's up and in. Boperthy looks like she's clutch and locked in right now. Trying to give the Spartans a 6-point lead again. Swishes the second. Clutch free throws. Grizzlies have to go fast now. 1:38 left in the game, down by 6. Foul called. Alexis Baker's going to the free throw line. I believe she missed both last time. She's going to have to make these here.
I believe that is the 7th foul on Doherty, which will give Thunderidge the bonus here with 1.5 minutes left.
Alexis Baker, first free throw for one and one now. Alexis Baker misses the first.
One
Off
of
of Doherty. That's clutch.
Thunderidge gets the ball here.
1.5 minutes left. 45-39. Doherty leads. Sets up the play. Kaiser Cochran might pass it down low. Alexis Baker. Good move. Can't get it to fall. Doherty ball. Passes it deep. Knocked out of bounds. Good effort by A.D. Baker. The Grizzlies need a big stop here. 1:20 left in the game. The Grizzlies need that defense that they had in the first half.
Timeout called, I believe, by Thunderidge. 1 minute, 20 seconds left in the game. Thunderidge down 39-45.
Considering this is a very good Doherty team, the Grizzlies have played well, and they're looking to make a big upset here in the Grizzly Den.
Yeah, trying to set up a game plan that will give them an opportunity to try and come away with the win.
That's right, Vince. 1:20 left. Doherty leads 45-39. The Grizzlies are not out of this game by any means. Still a close game. They just got to lock up on defense and make all their shots. From now on, I don't think that they can miss another shot.
Yeah, I agree.
I think everything they put up has to go in.
Definitely, they need to stop Doherty on defense. Because they're going to start with the ball.
With no shot clock in high school, it definitely makes it hard towards the end of games when teams just try to run it out.
Teams just try and run the clock out.
I question if that's ever something that Shasta would implement in high school basketball games.
It's an interesting idea, definitely.
Here we go. Big low. Good pass. Operthi over to Nelson. Slowing it back down. Stirk. Stirk. Dribbles back. Passes back. Big low. Foul's going to be called now. Angel McCloskey fouls.
I think she's trying to stop the clock there as it is wound down to 1 minute and 4 seconds.
16 seconds came off the clock there as Tay Biglow going to the free throw line for two. Misses the first one. Keeter subs in now for Kaiser Cochran. Tallest player for the Grizzlies trying to box out now as Biglow's second free throw is good. 80 Baker to McCloskey, down 7. Biggest lead of the game for the Spartans as Hanchett makes the three-pointer. That was a clutch three. Timeout called. That was a big three-pointer for Hallie Hanchett.
54 seconds. That makes it a 4-point lead for Doherty, 46-42.
I believe the biggest lead for the Grizzlies is 10. The biggest lead for the Spartans was just there with 7. But Hallie Hanchett cancels that out. Now it's a 4-point lead for Doherty. 54.2 seconds left in the game. They need to get a steal or a turnover, or they need Doherty to miss the free throws.
Yes. I think Doherty, I mean, they've got enough of a lead that they're just going to try and run the clock out. The Grizzlies need to, like you said, get a turnover here. And it looks like they're going to run a full court press defense to try and get the ball.
Going to try to get him a half-court violation now, but they're going to call foul. McCloskey doesn't have many fouls for the Grizzlies, so it looks like she's going to be the key fouler currently. Sturk has been clutch from the line here today, especially in this fourth quarter. Quickly shoots the first, and it's in. She didn't give the Grizzlies any time to distract her. 5-point lead. Kaiser Cochran coming in for McCloskey. Sturk second free throw, no good. Rebound goes to Keeter.
Foul called.
I think maybe an over the back or push. That's going to send her to the free throw line now that the Grizzlies are in the bonus. That's huge.
That is huge.
Although it's just a 1-and-1, free throws and a clock stop are clutch for the Grizzlies right now.
Definitely.
That's something that the Spartans definitely did not want to do there.
48.8 seconds left in the game. 47-42, Doherty leads.
Here we go, Regan Keeter, 48.8 seconds, down by 5. 1-and-1, first free throw, good.
Nails it.
Now it's a 4-point lead. Trying to make this a one-possession game. Sometimes I wonder if substitutions are made by the opposing team to try to ice the free throw shooter, just like you would in a football game trying to ice the kicker.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. The more you make them wait, the more chance they have for their nerves to get going.
And that happened there as Keeter missed the second. And now a foul is going to be called, sending Mackenzie Knoll to the free throw line. 4-point game.
.6 seconds left.
Free throws in by Knoll. Second one coming up. 5-point lead for the Spartans.
Spartans are going to put all their players back on defense instead of having them up to rebound.
They're not even going to need him to rebound as Knoll makes both. 6-point lead, 42 seconds left. Alexis Baker drives herself. Good move by Alexis Baker. I think the Spartans were trying to stop the three-pointer. Timeout called now. Spartans are going to call timeout. Didn't want any 5-second violation to occur as they're inbounding the ball. 31.8 left. Doherty leads 49-45. Vince, what do you think the Grizzlies need to do here to try to make this comeback win happen?
They somehow need to get a turnover and put up points to make it a one-possession game. Then when it's a one-possession game, you don't have to worry as much about fouling the other team to stop the clock. It just gives you a better chance to get the lead back. I think they also need to be careful of their fouls because it is the double bonus. If they do get close, they don't want to accidentally foul and hand Doherty an opportunity to take the lead back. Currently, it's 49-45. Doherty leads, 31.8 left in the game.
You also got to give credit where it's due to Doherty. They were down for all quarters until the fourth, and now they're up by 4. They've been able to hold the lead this entire fourth quarter. It's showing why they have an 8-1 record. But the Grizzlies are trying to make an upset here, trying to get the full court press into Sturk. Trying to foul. Knocked out of bounds, but a foul is going to be called there. 27 seconds left in the game. A.D. Baker fouls Nelson. Mackenzie Nelson at the free throw line.
Nelson made some free throws earlier in the game. In the quarter, actually. She'll get more opportunities. They're actually going to make it an inbound.
Trying to foul. Slowing it down now. Foul called on Alexis Baker. She's going to get 2 free throws now. Mackenzie Knoll made them both last time.
20 seconds left.
Mackenzie Knoll now. Just 20.5 seconds left. 4-point lead for Doherty. Misses the first. Keeter forgot that it was the double bonus.
Knoll gets another shot.
Makes the second. Here comes McCloskey. McCloskey, hand check for 3. No good. That would have been a big 3-pointer. Can't get it to fall though.
And 10 seconds left and another foul.
Good catch by the ref. Looked like a wide receiver out here. Tay Biglow trying to ice this game. These free throws could be the dagger if she makes them both. Biglow. Swishes the first one. If she makes this next one, it's going to be a 3-possession game, which will likely seal the deal here in the Grizzly Den.
10.5 seconds left.
Doherty. Biglow makes the second one as well. 7-point lead now. Rebecca Winton. McCloskey for 3. She
Nails
got
it.
And that's the game. The final score here in the Grizzly Den, I believe it's 52-48. 52-48. The Spartans win this game here.
Although it looks like the referees are talking, I think Coach Gilmore for Thunderbirds may have called a timeout with a little time left on the clock.
I mean, if you really think about it, if the score is a 4-point lead as we think it is, it looks like they messed up the scoreboard. But if it's a 4-point lead and they somehow manage to put up a 3-pointer while getting fouled, they could get a 4-point opportunity, which would be probably one of the craziest overtime sendings I've ever seen.
The score is 48-52.
At least we think so. There's a lot of confusion right now with the scoreboard in the Grizzly Den. They have it as 55-45. But it was definitely a 7-point lead for Doherty, and then McCloskey hit a 3-pointer. So I think
they might have accidentally put the 3 points on Doherty's side if they were at 52.
And Doherty looks like their inbound play is going to look like a football play. I love when I see basketball teams do this. Oh, there we go. They're starting to fix it. Thunderbirds 48, Doherty 52, 3.6 seconds left. I mean, if Thunderbirds puts up a layup real quick, gets the foul, Doherty misses them both, they put up a full court shot, they'd win this game. It's possible.
It's possible.
Never say never.
Never say never, exactly. Anything can happen in basketball.
It'd be a miracle, but I still give the Grizzlies a chance. Inbounds it, foul.
1.8 seconds left. They're able to get the foul and stop the clock.
If Boperthy misses both of these, the Spartans will definitely just stay back from the Grizzlies so they don't get a crazy foul for an and one on a 3-pointer. But Boperthy's first one is in. That's going to end this game. Boperthy's second free throw. Up and no good. 80 Baker, full court shot, no good. So the final score in the Grizzly Den, the Doherty Spartans take down the Thunder Ridge Grizzlies 53-48. It's a pleasure commentating this one alongside my partner.
I'm Vince Byrne.
Thank you all for tuning in. It was a great game. Vince, did you enjoy this game?
I did enjoy it. I think the Grizzlies put up a great effort against the number 19th ranked Doherty. Just weren't able to come away with the victory, but good effort there.
Yeah, well, thank you all for tuning in to TRHS Sports Broadcasting. I'm Carson Shea.
I'm Vince Byrne.
And we'll see you in the next one.